What's up everybody? Today I'm going to be tying a little different pattern. This is going to be a leech pattern for crappie, trout, and bass. So for this jig, I'm going to start with a 1/16 ounce jig head on a size 6 Aberdeen hook. I powder painted the head with ProTec Disco Autumn. This is just a flashy color that matches the leeches in my area. They're kind of an olive or golden color. And for our thread, we're going to be using a brown UTC Ultra Thread 70 denier. We're just going to start that thread behind the head and take it down to the point of the hook. For the body and tail, I'm going to be using this Arizona Semi Seal. This is Canadian olive color. So I'm just going to take a clump of that Semi Seal and just stack the fibers. We're just going to keep pulling them apart and stacking the ends up. And if we do this enough times, the fibers should be nice and in line. Okay, this is what it should look like. We're just going to pull out any extras and then we want to measure it so it's a little bit longer than the hook. And then we're going to pinch those in and just tie them down tight. Secure them down. And then you can let go and tie the rest of the fibers up to the head. Then we're going to clip these off. So just pull as many as you can, clip them off right next to the jig. Then we're going to clean that up with our thread. And bring our thread back down once again as we tie those fibers in even tighter. This will make sure they don't move. Now I'm going to grab another clump of the same Semi Seal. Again, we're going to stack the fibers. And now we are going to split our thread or create a dubbing loop. And place the fibers into the thread. I like to do my Semi Seal leeches thicker than most people. It just looks better to me, and they seem to fish really well. So I'm just going to layer those in so that we have a nice thick body by the end of this. You can add more if you need to later. And now we're just going to twist our thread. Just twist it up as much as you can. And if you want to do a single turn or two, just to get that started, it'll let you twist it up better so that the dubbing will be less sparse. Alright, and now we're just going to wrap this up to the head. We want to pull all the previous fibers back as we wrap in the new fibers. And it's okay if it has a lot of bulk up at the head, just tie that in. And then tie it down tight with our thread. And that's it, super simple. We're just going to whip finish now. Give it a 6-turn whip finish, pull the thread tight. Then we're going to do one more whip finish just to make sure it stays together. Pull our thread tight once again, and clip it off. Alright, and now we are going to use a Velcro tool just to comb this body out. We just want all those fibers to be teased out and pushed toward the back. This will just give us a nice leech profile or small baitfish profile. So just get as many of those fibers back as you can, and then I like to use a comb tool afterwards. It's not necessary, but it pulls out some of the excess fibers. Then you can just use your fingers to run through there and pull out any of the extra long fibers or loose fibers. And that is it. This is the finished Semi Seal leech jig pattern. I've caught some big trout, bass, and crappie on this jig. Let me get it wet real quick to show you what it looks like. As you can see, when it's wet, it slims down a bit and it has all the sparkle of those fibers. It's kind of like ice dub. It sort of holds this shape when it's in the water. It's a little bulkier, but as you move it, it looks just like this. And then that tail has a little bit of action to mimic a leech. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. Let me know if you have any ideas for jigs you want to see in the future, and we will see you next time.